Good morning. Welcome to Monday's Tai Chi. This is what happens when I wash my hair and don't blow dry it now. So we've got a nice bit of curling going on. Hope everyone had a good weekend. We're now on week, I don't know what, of lockdown. So a lot of people still isolating. Hi Claire, nice to see you. So I was just thinking about earlier what we've kind of learnt about ourselves during this enforced stay at home, and I think the biggest thing I've learnt is how much I actually enjoy teaching the classes. So I've noticed I really miss it. So I was kind of just doing it, and once it was taken away from me, just meeting and seeing everyone and teaching the classes, and I really can't wait to get back to it. So that's one thing I've learned, and also going to my classes where I do Pilates in the studio. It's just I'm really missing that. So I think it's kind of got my head around what's important to make time for. So yeah, hopefully everyone's good. Hi Dave, nice to see you. Bit windy to be out on the bike today, so I'm glad you're joining me. Hi Steph, I hope you're feeling okay today. Yeah, so I hope everyone had a good weekend. I did a lot of work in my shed, so I was up and down a ladder quite a bit, fixing in the insulation, so lining out and insulating it. Got the boys here today. They're putting the box profile on the roof, which has actually come in because we had to wait to get brown box profile, because I didn't want to put blue on it. And so they're out doing that today. Yeah, your hair's looking good. Well, I'm not so sure about that. It's a bit kind of, I feel like I should be putting a nice hair grip slide in it, and yeah, it's a bit girly, isn't it? So yeah, not long to the haircut now, thank you. We've passed the longest day now, so that's good news for us, because it means the chickens will start to go to bed a bit earlier every night, which means we're not waiting up to go to bed for the hens to go to bed. Got a nice lot of good weather coming, so should be lots of opportunities to do a bit of garden social distancing. I think Boris is going to announce that we can knock the distance down slightly, but to be honest, I don't think that will make a great deal of difference to our day-to-day stuff, because you are kind of avoiding getting too close to people anyway. So who else have we got? Pauline, hi Pauline, and all the other Claires in. 2 Claires, fabulous. Yeah, it is a bit Doris Day, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so once the boys have finished on the shed, they're going to start on the fence in here, which will tidy the place up a lot, so I'm quite looking forward to that. But yeah, not a lot else going on. I'm going to take advantage of not working outside this afternoon and make a lasagna that'll keep us going for 2 or 3 days, hopefully. So thanks to Di, who actually got me some pasta flour. She's been a star, Di has, popping in every Saturday morning and seeing what we need that I haven't been able to get locally. So yeah, it's we're gonna have a good stretch this morning. Morning Teen. Oh yeah, Teen, I'd have to tell everyone. Teen hired a little car over the weekend and was out and about exploring North Devon, because for those of you who don't know, Tina can drive, but they don't have a car, so she doesn't get to drive very often, and so to keep her hand in, she hired a little car, and all the reports back are good, so well done sis. I know it's something, even sort of, we've been a bit cautious when you haven't gone out for a couple of weeks. You kind of think, oh yeah, I've got to get back into this driving lark. So yeah, well proud of you sis. So yes, I won this morning, actually. I had a nice little Instagram win. I've won 25 bottles of, and you're all hoping I'm going to say gin, but it's not. It's hand sanitizer, which is, it's worth about £125. I don't think they're massive bottles, but that's a fabulous price for coming in now. I also had 6 little packets of pocket tissues came this morning from a survey I'd done. So that was some nice post to get. So all necessary things, useful things. Mum has now took delivery of the printer I won. So that's really good because her printer's on the way out. Yeah, Bude, North Cornwall as well. Yes, okay, so Tina went over the border. Yeah, several times according to Kerry. I saw, I read. Yeah, good for you. No, that's fantastic. So yeah, Andy's printing some water-based inks at the moment. So if I get a delivery turn up and he's not finished, I might have to disappear. But don't panic. I haven't forgotten about you guys. It's just a lot of the time, if I'm here, I need to deal with things. So I can ignore phone calls and deal with emails afterwards. But if we actually get a physical delivery of something, I might have to dash out to it. So yeah, we'll do a warm up and go from there. I think we'll just we won't do anything too new this morning. We'll just do a standard shibashi set, but probably a few more reps than we might usually do. Okay, so got the monster leggings on today. I love these. They're Lucy Lockett's ones again, but they're very Muppet to me. They got a touch of the Minions going on, but yeah, really like these. So let's get up. So I'm a little bit stiff because I've been going up and down step ladders. Mavis has picked the prime spot where I usually stand, so I'm going to have to try really hard not to stand on Mavis because I don't want to disturb her. So feet facing forwards for our warm up, and I'm a little bit close, but you know what happens with the arms for this. Soften the knees. We're just going to move the head from right to left, going from one side, keeping the head central on the spine, to the other side, gently stretching, little increase each time, don't overdo it, and then drop that chin down, rolling forwards, one side, rolling back through the center to the other side. Just gently stretching out through the neck. And then bringing that head back to center. Going to look forwards, keep the head still and just moving the eyes to look up and down, right and left, up, down, right and left, up, down, right and left. Tense those shoulders up and let them drop. Tense them up and let them drop. One more, tensing shoulders up and dropping them. We'll do one shoulder and the other shoulder. And one shoulder and the other one. Then a big circle round with the arm, whole arm coming forwards, slowly rotating through the shoulder. And then circling back. And changing arms, going to circle that arm forward. And take it back. And the hands are coming into the front of the shoulder blades, and we're going to circle, leading with the elbow, taking the arm forwards and around. And then taking it back. Changing arms, going to the other side, circling the elbow forwards and around. Another thing I've recently learned, that cucumber vodka is a thing. Who knew? Circling back. So anyone with a glut of cucumbers, get Googling the recipes and I'll have a bottle off you when we're allowed to meet up. Dropping the arms, we're going to stretch up through both sides of the body, so reaching up to the sky, pushing down to the ground. Straightening both arms if you can, get some length through the side of the body. And changing arms, so reaching up to the sky, pushing down to the ground, getting the arms straight and the hand flat if you can. Don't force it. Do one more each side. So reaching up and stretching down, looking at that long arm. And the other side. We're going to stretch across the chest, so we're going to reach out, point that finger, look down that arm and stretch back across the chest. You should feel a stretch in the upper back, front of the chest. Dropping the arms and the same to the other side, stretching out. So where you feel this will depend where you're tight in the body. And one more to each side, holding it for a breath or two. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath as you do this. And the other side. Drop the arms down, we're going to swing them around the torso, bring the hand up to tap the front of the shoulders. And we're going to take the arms out to the front, soft at the elbows and just circling the wrists around, keeping the hands open and relaxed. And then we'll circle them back the other way. And we're going to make two fists, big strong fists, trying to keep the wrists straight through here. And then stretch those fingers out as wide, trying to get as much space as you can between each finger. Back into fists. Big stretch of those fingers, you're stretching them long and wide. Back into fists, we'll do one more big stretch. Then drop the arms. Going to take the right arm, turn it palm up, gently pull back on the fingers to stretch out through the inner wrist. Then changing sides, so palm up and pull back on the fingers. Don't force this at all. Just go to wherever you can comfortably feel the start of the stretch. And heels of the hands going into the lower back, kidney wiping, pushing down and out. Down and out. I've got a zip in these leggings as open, so I was catching on it there. Down and out. Working the shoulders. Maybe still having a good stretch behind me. Get some blood into the lower back. Drop the hands, give them a little shake. We're going to take the hips round. So circling at the waist. Hips going one way. And then back round the other way. Not too many Rice Krispies this morning, and I probably will when I get to my ankles. We'll start to hear the snap, crackle and pops. Okay, coming down to the knees. I'm going to take the feet a little bit further apart, make sure they're still facing forwards. Give the knees a really good rub in and around that knee joint. Oh, lots of comments popping up, we love that. And fingertips on the knees, we're going to take the knees, if your knees are okay with this, round in the same direction. Doesn't matter which way you go. I'm going clockwise at the moment. Drop your head so that you're just looking towards the ground. Take the strain at the back of the neck. Then circling back the other way. And rotating those ankles round. And keeping the fingers on the knees, bring them up a bit higher if you need to. Going to look over to the right, back through the middle, over to the left. Going from one side, stretching out. You feel this in the back of your legs, up through the hamstrings, into your bottom. And straightening back up. Okay, we're going to lift the right heel up and just circle round at the ankle. So you're also circling in the hip joint up here. And back the other way. Try and keep the ball joints of the foot down on the ground. And standing up straight through the torso. Drop the heel, change feet. So raising the heel, circle that ankle round. And back the other way. Oh, there's a crack. And heel back down. Going to take the right foot slightly forwards and just lift and lower the toes. So get a little bit of a stretch out through the calf muscles. And then turning the foot and the whole leg out to the side so it's in rotation, lifting and lowering again. So when I'm saying the whole leg, if you look down, your knee should be facing the same as your foot. And stepping back, and take the other foot slightly forwards, lift and lower. If you've got a slope at home to do your calf stretches on, or you can do them on the spiky balls. Turning that leg out to lift and lower. This is, I can really feel it up this side today. We're hopping up and down the step ladder. Stepping back, we're going to heel tap to the front. So bringing a heel up, tapping with the opposite hand. Now this is stiff today. So bringing the leg up, trying not to bend at the torso. Knees going slightly out to the side. And touching heel, ankle, wherever you can reach, wherever you feel like reaching. We talked about on Thursday, do what you feel like doing. Don't force yourself to do anything. And we're going to heel tap to the back. You've got to enjoy what you're doing, otherwise you won't do it. Okay, now we are going to march through the feet. So we've got our march going toe, toe, heel, heel. Outside foot, inside foot, inside foot. Ready? Toe, toe, heel, heel. Out, out, in, toe, toe, heel, heel, out, in, toe, toe, heel, heel, out, in. One more. Fantastic. Right, I'm coming a little bit closer so you get a nice close-up of my feet. And we are going to lift the big toes up. Drop the big toes and lift up all the other toes. If you've been practicing this, you should be getting better with it. Dropping all the toes, big toes coming up. Big toes down, all the other toes up. Big toes up, big toes down, other toes up. All toes down, big toes up. Big toes down, other toes up. Do one more set, big toes up and down, other toes up. Oh, big toe come up then as well, and down. Right, let's grab a drink, see who's on. Who's on? Oh, hi Ange. How's things in Wick? I hope you've had the rain we've had. The garden will be going crazy. Right. So, we'll do our shibashi set. And we're going to go straight into it. Relaxing in Wuji. Maybe I will stand back at some stage. I'm going to move her out the way. Come on, May. Can you move over, darling? That's a good girl. Yeah, you go in. Oh, the ground is lovely warm. I've got a warm left foot. Where Mavis is, you don't need underfloor heating, just kick the cat out of the way. Okay, feet facing forward, soften the knees. Slight tip back of the pelvis, trying to keep the spine in neutral, so we're running up straight through the spine now. Head's balancing on top of the body, with a little golden thread pulling you a tiny bit taller. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed and down. There's no tension through the buttocks, you're not gripping there at all. Arms are open and relaxed. Palms of the hands are facing the side of the thighs. Soft at the elbows, soft at the wrists. Nice soft open hand position. Take some long deep breaths. We'll centre ourselves, settling down. Trying to get equal weight through both feet. So have a check. Make sure you're not leaning the body weight forward into the toes and you're not taking it back too far into the heels. You're equally balanced through the front and the back of the feet and through each leg. Slow in the breathing down. And when we start, I want you to all think about 70% effort. If any of these moves are making the back feel a bit twingy, the shoulders feel a bit too sore, then you're pushing it too far. So don't turn so far, don't reach so far. Don't lift so high. Keep it calm, and slowly over time the range will increase. So from Wuji we're going to step out at least shoulder width apart, a little bit further if you need to. Going to breathe in, bringing the hands up to commence. Breathe out to sink at the knees and the hands come back down. Breathing in and out. Just leaning forward a little bit so I can see the clock. Yeah, right, we're good. Breathing in and out. Now remember, as you go up and down, keep those knees back behind the toes. And if you've been doing anything at all that's required a lot of leg strength over the weekend, you find you really feel it in these legs, even though we're only doing a small up and down movement. Breathing in and out. Now we're going to move to broadening one's chest. So breathing in, arms coming out and wide. Breathing out as we lower everything back down. Breathing in, keeping the head looking forwards and very slightly down. Breathing in and out. Make sure you're not throwing these arms back. You're keeping that pad of flesh between the shoulder blades nice and smooth. It's not getting all wrinkled up. Breathing in. Hands are still in your peripheral vision as they reach the outside of the move. So the chest is not being thrust forwards. Do last one of these, breathing in and out. Okay, arms are going to stay up there as we go to the side, dancing with rainbows. And breathing out and in. And out. That is DPD just turning up now. Hopefully Andy will appear to deal with him. If he doesn't, I'm afraid I'm going to have to vanish. Oh, Andy's there, that's good. Breathing out. Breathing in. Head's turning from side to side. Driver's brought his kids with him. And then hands back to centre. We're going to lower them down, circling arms. So we're going to cross the wrists, breathing in as we straighten up and the hands come up. Breathing out as we lower back down. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Pay attention to what the hands are doing. Make sure you're not holding any tension in those hands, especially through the thumb joint. It's a good delivery because there's lots of work coming in. Breathing in and out. Hands are coming to the waist, palms facing up. Slightly straighten the legs, but keep the knees soft. I'm going to drop one arm back as we reach away. Circling over on the in-breath. Pushing forward on the out-breath. So you're straightening up as the arm comes up and over on the in-breath. And slightly sinking as you breathe out to reach forward. Breathing in, twist waist, swinging arm. Keeping the head still on the top of the spine. It's turning from side to side. Hands coming up and over. And out. Palms crossing each other. more to each side. In breath, out breath, and an in breath, and out. Hands drop into the sides, backs of the hands coming up as you breathe in, palms facing down as you breathe out. Rowing a boat, breathing in, straightening up through the legs, breathing out, slight sink, breathing in and out. Remember to keep that pelvis heading slightly backwards as you lower down. It's almost like that start of a squat. Knees staying behind the toes, upper body staying nice and straight. Rowing a boat to the centre of a peaceful lake. Heels staying flat to the ground. Let him go before we change. One more, breathing in and out. Then taking the right hand palm up, we're going to lift that right heel as we reach across the body. Palm up, turning the hand to come back down on the out breath. Holding a ball, breathing in, raising up both heels if you can, and breathing out. Breathing in and out. So eyes follow that moving hand, but the head staying still. It's just moving from side to side. This is all about what the eyes are up to. And if you're coming up, especially with both heels, challenging your balance as you shift the centre of gravity and keep a bit of movement. So the standing leg is really working. Oops. Really working. And if you don't concentrate for a split second, you wobble. So breathing in, turning the hand, breathing out, sinking gently at the knees through the centre. Last one over this side. And then the heels are coming down, both hands now carrying the moon. Breathing in and out. Keeping those knees soft. And out. Breathing in and out. Nice relaxed hands. Don't tilt the head forwards or back, it's just going from side to side, eyes glancing towards that top armpit. Bottom hand, palms coming up to face the armpit. Top arms coming out at about 45 degrees from the body. And as the hands cross in front of you, visualise the size of that inflated beach ball, so you're out a little ways from the body. Keeping the elbows soft. back to center, slightly straightening the legs, going to carry on the movement, turning to the side, breathing out, pushing the heel of the hand away, breathing in to come back to center, twist waist, push palm, breathing out and in, out and in. So any of this feeling too backy, don't go round so far. And you might well move further round to one side than the other. Do one more set. So this time we're going to move into playing with clouds, so turning that arm, bringing it in, breathing in, changing the arms to breathe out. Top elbow leading the way. Double check your thumbs. And the eyes are focusing on the palm of that top hand. Trying to keep the forearm of the top arm as straight and parallel as you can. So don't let that elbow drop. If the elbow needs to drop, bring the arm down lower. Last time coming back round, then we're going to step out. I'm stepping out to the right. The right foot's coming slightly forwards and turning out. I'll move over a little bit so you can see me. We're going forward, so back heel lifts, and then back as we drop the heel and sink that toe. Breathing in and out. Scoop in the sea and reaching up to the sky. Breathing in and out. Watch what you're doing with the front leg, especially as you lift the toes. So we're going from a bent leg to a still slightly bent leg. Don't lock this knee backwards. Breathing in and out. Last one to this side. Going as low and as far back as you're comfortable with. Arms coming down, stepping the foot back, turning out to the other side, scooping the sea to the left. So looking forwards, very slightly down helps with the balance. We're getting this a little bit slower. Breathing in, out. That back leg's got to do a lot of work on the out breath. 2 more of these. Scooping the sea, reaching up to the sky. And then hands come into the waist, breathing out. Push the heels of the hands away. Breathing in as they come back to the body. So playing with waves. And in. Now this shouldn't feel at all backy. So if you're feeling it in your back, chances are that you're not keeping the torso straight as we move. So what we don't want is a reach like this. It's quite difficult to do it wrong when you're doing it right. So think about from the base of the back up through, being straight. It looks like you're travelling a long way, but that's because of what we're doing with our arms and our legs. It's not a huge movement. Then we'll change sides, bringing the fingers back in, turning the feet, breathing out, and back in. Try not to speed up too much, especially on this move. Playing with waves. Do 2 more, breathing out and in. Stay in this side now, hands are coming forward. We're going to turn the palms to face us. Breathing in and out. Spreading wings, so breathing in, arms are coming back, breathing out, going forward to shoulder width apart, breathing in and out. Make sure the thumbs aren't sticking up in the air. And concentrate on that backward movement, keeping the balance in the back leg as you're lifting the front toe up. Arms as they come back, staying in the peripheral vision, so again, we're not squidging that pad of flesh between the shoulder blades. Changing sides. So as the arms come back wide, the feet change. So spreading wings, working the other side. Breathing in and out. Making sure that back foot on the standing leg still facing forwards. And if your arms are starting to feel achy, bring them down a little bit lower. Remember, at any time, you can just halt the move, get into that tree hugging pose I showed you a couple of classes ago. Slow the breathing down. And join in again when you feel ready to. Or if you've got your chair handy, you can have a sit down, do a couple of the moves seated. Or if your name's Claire, you can just stop and have a cup of tea and carry on later. Going back to centre, straightening the feet up, arms coming into the side, making those fists. Soften the knees, make sure the torso is nice and straight. We're going to breathe out, pushing that fist away, breathing in to pull it back. Breathing out and in. Now if you can, bring that arm out at shoulder height. If that's too tricky, then take it a little bit lower until you find somewhere you're comfortable with. Remember, that arm's not going dead straight. And you're turning the fist so that all those rings on your finger are facing away from you. Then twisting it back so the fingernails are facing up. So you should be showing any bling to the wall or the window. Last one, breathing out and in. Drop those hands to the side, just give the fingers a wiggle to release them out from the fists. Little fingers to the front of the thighs. I'm going to breathe in, arms coming up, flying like a wild goose. Breathing out, coming back down. I'm going to step back a tiny bit. I'm losing my arms there. Breathing in, wrists leading the way, coming up. And then heels of the hands leading as we come back down. Hands return to the front of the thighs, little finger down. Breathing in and out. Nice and slowly, lifting the heels as high as you can comfortably get without fear of plummeting forwards. If you feel you're going to need it, you always have the chair next to you to grab hold of. Taking it into a little heel lift or all the way up, whatever you can manage with those feet. Breathing in and out. And trying to keep the ball joints of the toes all in contact with the ground. So be a bit conscious of whether your feet want to roll out to the sides or in towards the centre. We'll do one more. Breathing in and out. Now both hands, palms facing each other. Breathing in, circling arms like a spinning wheel. And breathing out. Breathing in. So if you're doing this version, keeping the head still, central and facing forwards. Breathing out. Breathing in. And out. You're doing the full circle. We're going to breathe in. Taking the head with us, going back through centre. And then breathing out. Through the bottom of the rotation. Breathing in, moving from the waist. Breathing out, transferring the weight from one leg to the other. bottom this time. We're going to change direction. So give the arms a little swing, breathing in as you come up, out, as you go back down, breathing in, and out. Think about those thumbs again. It's quite easy to stiffen them up through this move. Right, I'm going to come back up to the halfway position, breathing in and out. So circling arms like a spinning wheel. And dropping those hands and come back a bit more forward. Make sure the feet are facing forward, opposite hand to leg, going into our bouncing a ball. Breathing in, either with the heel lift, breathing out, or the knee lift, breathing out. Imagining that thread attached to the knee and the wrist, so they're moving at the same time. If you can, knee lift and heel raise. Breathing in and out. In and out. Gaze is slightly forwards and down. 6 foot, about 6 foot in front of you, 2 meters from metric. And out. And if you're finding this way too easy, then try and concentrate on the descent if you're doing the heel raise, so it's slow and controlled. It's not just a drop to the ground. Sometimes it's got to be a drop to the ground because you lose your balance, but we're trying to get control in that standing leg. It's doing a lot of supporting your whole body going up and down. The hand should help with the balance, but you are asking a lot of that leg. Last one. And down. Feet facing forwards. Press palms, so hands are coming up on the in-breath. Pushing down on the out-breath. Breathing in. And out. So straightening up through the legs on the in-breath. And slight sink on the out-breath. Palms up, a little bit further away from the body as you bring them up to your nose, and then a little bit closer to the body as the palms push down. Breathing in. And take this moment now as you slow the breathing to think about your position, that you've got the pelvis slightly tipping back, spine's in a nice neutral position, and head's balanced on the top of the spine. Think about that golden thread taking you up a little bit taller. Each time we rise up. Do one more, breathing in, bringing up that lovely chi energy, and then breathing out. We're going to push it down into our center, and step back in, bringing the hands up into prayer position, down the center line of the body, just to help you think about how you're standing. Left hand and right hand onto that lower tummy. Make sure you relax through the thumbs. Close the eyes and take some long deep breaths in and out. Feeling the stomach expand as you take that in breath, letting all the muscles go. Filling you up with air, and then breathing out, starting with the pelvic floor, little squeeze front and back. Squeezing all the stomach muscles on the out breath, slowly up through till the rib cage drops. There's no air left. And breathe in, letting it all go. Breathing out, pelvic floor, stomach muscles. And breathing in. And think about having equal weight through left and right feet. Balanced through both sides of the body. Soft at the knees. Make sure you're not gripping with the buttocks. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Head's nicely balanced. That golden thread's giving you a little bit of extra height. Big breath in. And a breath out. And we're done. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. We'll wake you up now. I think I've done an hour, so that's pretty good timing for me. Give the hands a rub together. It should feel nice and warm now. And then we're going to dry wash the face, so it's a good rub of the face, in and around, in the nose, in the chin, all around, behind the ears, forehead, get the fingers in there, side of the eyes, and the neck, back of the neck, and then into the hair. Get the fingers, good rub into the head. Doesn't matter if your hair sticks up, because nobody's going to see you today, are they? Then we're going to tap down the outside of both arms. Nice firm tap. Up the insides. Don't be too delicate at all with this. Then take the feet out a little bit wider if you need to. Tapping down the outside of both legs. That's work the cat up. Up the insides. And then we're going to wipe outside arms, inside arms, wiping away, outside of the legs from the bottom all the way down to the ankles if you can reach, and then down the insides. And you're done. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining me and Mavis. I know I didn't do the circular roll today, which I know Jane said she was really enjoying. We'll do a bit more of that on Thursday, I expect. Hi, Debbie Webb. Nice to see you and Mel yesterday. And the little terrier. That's where we're really lucky. Because we've got the outside space. It makes things a lot easier. And I'm going to have a drink of water now. I do feel for people who haven't got anywhere nice to live, nice outside areas. It must be pretty depressing if you're cooped up inside. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Pauline did. Hey, Pauline. Yeah, hopefully the hairdresser's reopening, beauty salon's reopening. Things might start to get a little bit more back to what we were used to. I don't want to say normal, because normal doesn't really exist anymore now, does it? So as soon as the halls and public spaces like that can open, then we'll look to getting the classes back and running proper. Like I say, it might be a case of reducing numbers, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But for now, we will carry on with the Facebook classes. And I think, to be honest, even once I'm back doing classes in halls, there's still going to be at least one weekly Facebook class that you'll be able to tune into. So for those of you who are shielding, or who has someone in the household who's shielding, and you have to really go extra careful, and even if you just feel not confident to come back out and play yet, I think everyone has to make their own judgment calls based on their own circumstances, and none of us are to judge. If somebody wants to go out and is happy and comfortable going out and has weighed up the risks, and it's okay for them, we're all making our own mind up. So in the words of Bucks Fizz, we'll let you all make your own minds up, but I will be running classes as soon as we're able, so there will also be online. Now I've got the hang of this online malarkey. Now I see there's another platform appeared called Parlay or something, and it's a version of Twitter from what I can work out, but it sounds like it's not policed at all. So I think you can be a lot more extreme in your views without things being reported and your account being suspended and the rest of it. So no doubt Katie Hopkins will be over on there. I haven't braved onto it yet. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about being in a bubble of people that have the same world viewpoint as me. I think it's healthy that we mix with people from all different backgrounds and get all different views. That's what helps us form our decisions. So yeah, Parlay, I think it is. So yeah, I haven't gone onto TikTok yet either. So I don't know, has anyone done TikTok? If you have done TikTok, let me know. So I think I really ought to have a try of it. But I kind of like, with all of these social media things, I like to kind of give it a good few months to a year to make sure it's really gonna happen before investing any of my time in sorting out an account. And as you guys know, I do it for the competitions. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining in. Let's say it's lasagna making this afternoon. Oh, there's that van brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 boxes of t-shirts. And I think they're going to need labelling. So you might find by the time I do the next class in here, if it's too windy and I've got to do it in here, I might be surrounded by boxes of t-shirts as well. So I might be midway doing that, because this also doubles as my t-shirt labelling room. But we'll worry about that if it happens. There's nothing we can't cope with. So I'm going to say bye-bye for now. I'm going to put on Sound of Music or something like that with this hair. Oh, I feel like I need an Alice band. That's what I need. Anyway, won't be long before this can be professionally dealt with. I don't know how you guys are coping, but it's so tempting to just hack away at it. And apart from the fringe, so I can see you, I've resisted that so far. Oh, thanks, Dave. It's nice to see you back online. I hope you're well. And your lovely wife. I'm not sure if she's doing Karen's classes. Yeah, as always, any questions, give me a shout. Any problems, any ailments, and you think, oh, this is really, I don't know what I've done here. What can I do to help try and ease it a bit? Then let me know. I might know. If I know, I'll share that with you. If I don't know, I usually can find somebody who will point us in the right direction. So there's no such thing as a daft question as far as I'm concerned. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you all on Thursday.